About to go live in a second. Set it up for YouTube, and now let's do the screen sharing. Boom. Hello, everybody. So we're going to start now. Welcome to Spiritual Sunday. I was hoping you'd be able to see my shirt because I'm loving all up on it today. It says be kind. So I traveled from DC to Denver, Colorado. I'm in a hotel today as we rock and roll with this. I'm going to be in a hotel next week too when we do this because it's a week-long seminar with a gentleman named Dr. Joe Dispenza. Who specializes in meditation, personal growth development. You got to work on yourself too, right? You just can't be going around teaching people and not working on yourself as well. So that's why I'm here in this hotel room. The first time that I have traveled in 16 months. What? Yeah, I haven't been on a plane. Shoot, can you believe that? 16 months. I used to travel every 16 days. And I know people, if they had like, I don't know, travel police, they would probably boo me because as I'm going through security, they're like, boo, what's this, sir? What's this? What's this? Is this a bomb? It's a crystal. Well, what's a crystal? Come on Sunday, you find out. No, you know I didn't say that. They shoot me right in my butt. I'm not playing around with security. But they did him or brother up over the crystals that I brought with me. It's like, what? Can you be gentle with that, please, sir? Knock some spirit out of it or something. I don't know. So I have to warm up to getting used to traveling again and all the things that come around with that when you do travel. So with that, let's jump in. And today we're going to talk about astral travel, out-of-body experiences. I'm going to give you tips. I'm going to give you techniques. And then we're going to actually try it and put it into practice. So for anybody who this is the first time that you are here and attending our Spiritual Sundays, we do this every Sunday for the last year and 3 months. For a year and 3 months, every Sunday, come rain or shine, hell or high water, mostly high water. We've been doing this every Sunday. And on a variety of different topics, mostly around meditation, alchemy type stuff, and healings. The one today is on the meditation aspect. Now, what we do, we have evolved in that last year, become a group called the Willpower Lightworkers. Willpower Lightworkers. We believe in being a spiritual volunteer. That's right, a spiritual volunteer. That means that we volunteer our time once a month for 1 hour to meditate together collectively as one global unit. Global meditation started 2 months ago. Now we're going into our third month. And August 1st will be the next time that we meet. And it's people from all over the globe, India, to Dubai, Germany, Ghana, Brazil, all different types of peeps hop in as we meditate. And the thought process is, if we can raise the vibration of the planet, if we can let our light shine, if we can spread this light around the world, then as a spiritual volunteer, you improve, you make things better. And then we also have advanced spiritual topics too as well, in classes that we go through. So that's who we are. That's what we do. Now let's talk about today. You know, the adult learning theory, because I'm a corporate trainer at heart, right? The adult learning theory states that as adults, we all learn differently. But one of the things you do with adults is that you preview what you're going to go over. That you have auditory, visual, and kinesthetic learners. The auditory, those people learn best by listening. They don't have to have the video. Visual, you have the video. Like, I gotta have a video. So if I do, if I turn off my video, they're like, oh my God, I can't see. That's why we have PowerPoint too, for the visual learners. Kinesthetic have exercises that you can do. And that's what we're gonna do today as well. Exercises that actually put in practice. What's up with this spiritual thing? Does it work? And how can it help me? Why is it important? All of these things we're going to cover. And how do you do it? And then we're going to practice. And then at the end, depending on how much time we have left, we're going to share. Now, I want to tell you that this class is short. It's an hour. This out of body thing, that's like a 4-month course that I teach that takes people through. So at the end, you have a group out of body, a group astral travel that happens where it's 6, 7, 8 of us that travel to a particular location, see each other, virtual high five, spiritually speaking, and then come back. But that's another story. So this class is free, and it's an introduction to what to do and to see if you like it. When I first started doing out-of-body meditations, astral travel, I didn't like that sucker. I didn't like it because it's like I had whiplash. Because you go out to the universe somewhere, then you come back and it's like, and it's like, oh my God, I don't feel good. This kind of sucks a little bit, but it's because my landing sucks. I don't know if anybody remembers this old school show. It's like in the 80s. Oh man, I loved it. It was called The Greatest American Hero. And they had a song, Believe It or Not, I Walk It on Air. And it was all about the superhero, right? Who got this special suit from the aliens, but the fool lost the instructions. So he didn't know how to fly. Well, he didn't know how to land. So he started flying, it's all crazy. And then his landing will always, it's like, dude, you shouldn't have went off the ground because you know it's going to end badly. And that's how I felt when I came back from the astral travel experiences. So I'm going to share some things with you today. For those of you who are beginner or advanced, we're going to have some techniques and stuff that we talk about. So let's hop in and discuss what it is. Okay, what is it? Out of body. And let's talk about that first. And then we're going to talk about astral travel, okay? Out of body, and then we're going to talk about astral travel. I'm going to spotlight myself for everyone. And then I think that's what I want to do. Okay, Shubham, go like this if you can still see the PowerPoint screen. You see the PowerPoint? All right, and you see me? Sweet. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to define out of body, and then I'm going to define astral travel. So let's start with out of body first. What is an out of body experience? OBE. O, out of body. B, experience. E. Some people call it OBE. When you no longer feel your physical body. So that means you're in a state of mind where there's like weightlessness, which is beautiful. It's relaxing. It's incredible. Okay. That state where you no longer have that physical stress that creeps into your body and over time even can cripple you physically. But when you have this out-of-body experience or do out-of-body meditation, you literally cannot feel your body until it is over. And if some of you have been in a deep meditative trance-like state, you have had this out-of-body experience. I'm going to tell you how to have it every single time, how you can have this out-of-body experience. But when you have this out-of-body experience, when you don't feel your body, where you're like, oh, my fat stomach, I can't feel. Good, it's just joking, but it's really everything, right? Your foot, your arm, your leg, you can't feel anything. Yet you still have your consciousness. You can still think, you can still process stuff. It's like your consciousness, your mind is there. Your body, you just don't feel it, okay? So in this particular case, how you do it or how you get to that point is you slip away. It's like you get into such a meditative state, and this can be done if you heard any of my other meditations where we breathe and you actually imagine that you're inhaling and exhaling through your skin, right? That you are able to be talked into such a deep trance that you just slip away, you just float away. I don't mean like dead. You're not going to die from any of my meditations, okay? Don't start that rumor. Don't start, none will be none. Okay? What I mean by slip away is that your consciousness slips away into this deep state of relaxation and enjoyment and stuff like that. Okay, so total relaxation is the key to you having an out-of-body experience. If you look like somebody licked all the red off your candy cane, if you're coming into meditation with an evil, I'm mad, I'm evil, I'm gonna keep this with me. Yeah, you're not gonna have an out-of-body experience. You're gonna have an out of class. Get your evil self out of my class. You're gonna have an experience like that. We don't want it. So you really have to relax, enjoy yourself, embrace it. And that's what I'm gonna walk you through and talk you through. So an out of body really means that you're in such a relaxed state that you no longer feel your body. Okay. Now, I want to talk to you about some of the things that over the past year, that I've been saying and telling you and guiding you through and having certain wording in our meditation. Now you're going to find out why. So when I say, all right, close your eyes, in your mind's eye, imagine that you're inhaling and exhaling through your eyes. What you talking about, Willis? How you inhale and exhale through your eyes? How is that possible? Well, it is when you set the intention. So as we go through this, all of my logical brainiacs out there, I know, you were made a certain way. You were made a certain way so that you could be our logical people, so that we can have the science, so we can have the IT, so we can have the accounting. But in this particular case, let's work with a little suspended disbelief. And just imagine and tell yourself, I am able to inhale and exhale from my eyes. I'm able to inhale and exhale from every pore in my body. That was the beginning. These were the things that I said in order to prep your mind to be able to embrace these newer concepts now that we're going to talk about and take to the next level. So let me ask you something. Let's see if we can light up the chats. I'm not going to be the only one working here today, people. No, I'm not having that. So let's open up the chats and I want to see your responses. What's the difference between the brain and the mind? The brain and the mind. Give me an answer. It's the same, or the brain is this, the mind is that. Let me see what you're working with. I got no answers yet. Come on, out there. Hello, hello. I got no answers. What's it? Brain is, thank you, Kit. Brain is the physical. Cool, like it. Anybody else? What else? What's the difference between the brain and the mind? Even if you say, I don't know, let me know you're there. Mind is, okay, Mahi. Mind is active, working extension of brain. Now, see, this is what I'm talking. Now the love's coming. Now the chat's starting to pop through. Because I wasn't going to give a, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that honesty. Unsure. Okay. Nahidi, mind is the memory, the kill. Brain, we can control. Mind, we can't control. If you can't control your mind and kill, we're going to work on that today. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. I don't think you have that quote in you, but it's true everywhere. Adias, brain is physical, mind is the boss. Oh, okay. All right, I like all of that. So thank you for your comments and your participation. It was gratefully appreciated. Your checks in the mail. All right. So what is the difference between the brain and the mind? Here's the deal. The brain is physical. It houses like the place where you process information. The brain receives information from your eyes. It says, oh, that's ugly. Oh, all right. You see this? And then the mind decides, oh, that's pretty. Or you smell something like, what is that? The mind helps you figure out what it is. So it's kind of like the brain is a computer. And the mind, well, maybe the mind is the person that works the computer, that looks through. So your laptop, okay, it kind of represents the brain. The mind is what you do with the laptop, what you see. Right? Now, how it works. Where is your mind? Like, where is it? Is it in your brain? Is that what you think? Who knows? What do you think? I'm gonna look at the chat. Where's your mind located? Let me know. Send that to me in the chat. Where do you think it is? Richard, everywhere? I like that answer, Richard. I like that answer. He all over the body. I like that one too. Green. Okay. Now, everyone isn't going to be as advanced as you wonderful spiritually enlightened people that said everywhere. Some people, their brain and their mind, it's just right here. They just keep it here. That's like the only place that it goes. But you have the capability of moving it. Your mind can be flexible. Your mind, your consciousness, that thing that makes you you, your consciousness can be someplace else. So you can have people who are, technically brain dead. Are they dead? Well, from a legal standpoint, at least in the USA, if you're brain dead, we're not calling you dead if your heart's still beating. How is that even possible? And if the brain dies, does that mean the consciousness is gone? Are you in some limbo, invisible somewhere? I don't think so. So your mind is flexible. Your mind can move. So for those of you who think that the mind is between your eyes or around your eyes, right behind it, that when I think, if I ask you the question, where is the seat of your mind? Where's the seat of your mind? Most people would say the seat of my mind is behind my eyes. So if you lean back and feel within your body, let's try that now, right? Not just talk about it, but let's be about it. Lean back, all right? Let's see if we can work this out. Okay? And just focus on your mind and ask yourself, where is the seat of my mind right now? Where is it? Okay? So I want you to understand that for the outer body and for the astral travel, in order to do this, we have to be able to move your mind. Move it. We have to shift your mind out of where it is now. So before we did any exercise, before we did anything, I wanted you to touch base and find out right here, right now. So let's just talk about it. Let's be about it. Where is your mind? So I want you to think about this. This is where you experience your mind when you're looking for it inside of your body. What I just asked you, what you felt was you experiencing your mind when you're looking for it inside your body. I guarantee you 100% that nobody thought, oh, my mind's over there. Everybody was like, let me look here. So now what's going to happen is you will now experience how you can wander about your mind inside your body, how you can shift your mind, move your mind inside your body right here, right now. And you only need to do this exercise a couple of times before you proceed further to the next level of advancement, okay? So this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to talk you through it. All right, mind shifting. I want you to sit comfortably with your feet firmly on the ground. Unless you're short like me and your feet may not touch the ground. That's okay too. Just sit firmly. Don't judge me. Sit comfortably with your feet firmly on the ground, if possible, and with the palms of your hands facing downward, resting on your lap. Now, close your eyes. Just have a comfortable rhythm to your breathing with your eyes closed. And what I want you to do is I want you to tune into your mind. Tune into your mind, imagining it is located behind your eyes. Feel the softness and warmth in this area in your mind behind your eyes. Now, decide that your mind is going to wander downwards and decide that you can see the firm interior of your nose and cheekbone. Your eyes closed in your mind, just set the intention, lowering it down just so that you see. Imagine that you're looking directly at the interior of your nose and cheekbone. Okay. Now, we're going to keep going down. Now, travel past the chin and continue down into your throat. Imagine that you are looking at your throat all around. So let's stop here for a while. Eyes still closed, looking at the throat energy. So let's stop for a while in the throat energy center and feel the soft structure surrounding your mind. Feel any boundaries, any areas where you place your focus. That is where your mind is. Home is where the heart is, right? Where your mind is, where your focus is placed. Now, from looking at your throat, I want you to wander slowly back again, back to behind your eyes. Placing your focus back between your eyes and your mind, the seat of your mind. Now that you're back there, what I want you to do is allow your mind to go up above your head, 3 feet above your head. Imagine going up and looking at 3 feet above your head. Your eyes closed, still the same awareness of the boundaries of your mind. Okay, now slowly come back down, set the intention for your mind to go back between your eyes, seated behind your eyes. Take a deep breath to inhale. And when you exhale, open your eyes and smile. Any form of meditation, it should make you happier. I never understand why people come out of meditation like this. That meditation sucked. We need to do a new one. So now that you're back with me, in essence, what you just did with that exercise is you shifted your mind. You moved it. You can move your mind all through you. You can send your consciousness down to your foot. For those of you who are healers, you can send your mind, your consciousness within your own body to the place that hurts and send light and send love directly from there. There are other advanced classes that we teach where we actually show how your consciousness goes into others, being a medical intuitive and being able to figure out what makes them ill, being able to also have an impact on their health positively. So all of this is astral travel. When we stayed within the body, you were telling your body where you wanted to go. That brings us to the next one, astral travel. What is it? We talked about out of body, all right? Talked about out of body. Now we're going to talk about astral travel. Astral travel is when you identify a location, space, or time. A location, space, or time. So I may want to astral travel, go to the next room, see what is on that wall, and then come back. This is something you can test to see the accuracy of it. I went to a place called the Monroe Institute in Virginia, and this gentleman named Joe is a fantastic astral traveler, and the government utilized him during the Cold War with the Russians. The stories this man has to tell, I tell you. But the cool part, I'll tell you one thing, that they wrote something on a sheet of paper, they gave it to somebody else, and then that somebody else didn't know what was on the paper. And then Joe astral traveled to be able to figure out what was written on that piece of paper. And he started, and now this is going back in the 80s. That's important, I'll tell you that too. So he started to describe water, that he saw water. And he saw all these people floating things down the water. And then he saw them situating and moving like a mud type stuff in the water and shaping it. And then there was a dam, and they were letting the dam raise up higher. And then they were shaping something else. And when they opened up the paper, it said the Great Pyramid of Egypt. So they asked him to tell everything that he could find out about that. So that's the advantage of astral travel. There was another time, because they're trying to figure out what he does with Russians or some government stuff, right? So in between, what they found out is when they dealt with psychics, when they dealt with mediums, when they dealt with people who had the ability to do this astral travel, they get bored after a while. What's the plans for blah, blah, blah? So every now and then they throw in exercises like this where people don't know what's going on, that kept them sharper. So in the next one, they wrote something on the paper, gave it to somebody else. That somebody went in the room with Joe, asked him again, what do you see? And he described, I see a being who has lived multiple lifetimes, and it's just radiating this vast amount of wisdom and just unconditional love. And then when they opened up the paper, they had written down Jesus Christ. And that was the feedback that he got. So I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy that's what he got out of that. So astral travel, what is it? It can mean a lot of different things. It's like this pen. What is this pen? This pen you can use to write. This pen you can use as a drumstick. This pen you can use as a weapon. Gotcha. So it's so many different things you can do with all of these things based on your intention, based on your heart. So astral travel is identifying a location, space, or time. It could be the Akashic records for those spiritual giants, if you didn't know what that is. You visit this location, space, or time. And by the way, you do this every nightly. We all do. It's called dreaming. Every time you dream, you astral travel. You're going somewhere, a location, space, or time. It's out of your body. You're not taking your body in a dream. When you die in a dream, does your body die here? Nope. And we're all going to do this at the end when we die, but it's just not going to come back. Well, one person supposedly came back. But this isn't that type of class. I'm not teaching that. So astral travel is when you pop out. So OBE, you slip out. Astral, you pop out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the basic meditation techniques that we use, and now I'm going to play a 6-minute guided meditation I created specifically for this, that you can go through and then have that experience, and then depending on the time, Yeah, we got time. Depending on the time after that, we can have some conversations, take some questions, answers, things of that sort. So here's the prep when it comes to meditation. You want to try to release all distractions. Okay, so just relax. Anything that's worrying you or bothering you, it'll be there once it's over. Don't let it interrupt your time. Turn off the lights if you can, get in a relaxing position. And then your prep is going to be the guided meditation that's going to help you connect to that light that's inside of you. We're the willpower light workers. That's our specialty. How do you connect with that light inside of you, that divinity inside of you? And then we're going to make it shine brighter. So the experience should help you raise up your focus, raise up your consciousness, move your mind. Because when you do that, when you expand your mind past this physical body, whoo, it's powerful. Ideally, when you go above your head, 67 feet. 67 feet is the ideal place for you to try to project and go to. It's just a matter of you imagining it. Focus on your intent. What's the intention of the meditation, what you want to do? It really is as simple as that. What's your intentions? And then once it's over, you have an experience, because meditation is much like a dream. It's the same beta waves, the same theta waves, the same alpha waves that come when you dream, come when you meditate. And by the way, for those people who really know what I'm talking about, those theta waves, the reason why I'm here in Colorado this week, that's the main manifestation places. That's where you create things. That's where you can heal people. Magic happens at theta, 67 feet up. That's the magic behind it. Things that every now and then you just pop into that space, pop into that time, and things work out. You're like, "Ooh, how'd that happen? I don't know how that happened. Can we make it happen again?" Yeah, you can. And that's what we're going to start practicing now on a baby level. And when we have the course, we get in depth and work it out. But when you come back and you settle, you want to anchor that memory. You want to give gratitude to the universe, to God, to your fellow meditators. Because when you meditate in a group, it's more powerful than us just meditating by ourselves. It's like that added light gives power to everyone's purpose. Okay. Then you release and you come back. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to play the meditation, and I'll put it in the chat for everybody. I see somebody had some amazing astral travel dream this morning. I definitely want to hear about that once we come back for the meditation. So you put yourself on mute. Everybody's on mute anyway. And what I'm going to do is share sound, optimize for video. So I put it in the chat as well. So if for some reason you're unable to hear it, once it starts, you can go to that link and hear it yourself. If for some reason you hear something skipping, it's either your internet connection or mine. And if it's mine, you can always go to that link. So for right now, I'm going to start playing it. And Akil, just let me know in the chat if you're unable to hear it once I play it.
Okay.
Right.
Imagine
I'm not hearing it myself.
there is a bright light in the center of your head. Inhale from that light and exhale. Imagine there is a bright light in the center of your head. Inhale from that light and exhale from that light. Set the intention that the light, your consciousness, will raise 67 feet above your head. Set the intention to stay 67 feet above your head. Feel the stream of unconditional love as it flows in and out of your light. Repeat after me in your mind. Oh Heavenly Father, we love you, and we know you love us. We are one. As children of God, we command full awareness of the mantra, God is my light. It is done. It is done. It is done. Now, each time I say the mantra, God is my light, focus on the meaning that I described. God is my light could mean how I see. God is my light could mean how you see me. I will say the meaning, then repeat the mantra 5 times. Each time, remember to focus on that one meaning. How I see is due to God's light. God is my 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 light. Now, in silence of my voice, repeat the mantra, God is my light. Repeat it to your inner self, each time staying focused on the concept, how I see. Now, I will say the other meaning, then repeat the mantra 5 times. Each time you hear the mantra, focus on the concept. How you see me is due to God's light in me. God's light is in me. That's what you see. God is my light. 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 Now, in silence of my voice, continue to repeat the mantra. God is my light. Now, clear your mind. Let all assumptions go. And begin to refocus on coming back. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And you'll be fully back with us. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Congratulations on completing this short light meditation.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. So, that was probably the shortest meditation that I have ever had in our Spiritual Sunday. It was only 6 minutes long. It was something set up to give you a taste of what it would feel like to have an out-of-body experience where you just relax and you don't feel your body. You astral travel when you send your projection someplace, that thought process. And then the more you do it, and as I teach you techniques to also protect yourself, because like right now, if you imagine that you have a specific point, that there's a string connecting your heart to a specific point, and you just imagine that your body is moving to the left, center, and to the right, and just close your eyes right now. Imagine that line going to your heart, and then just imagine that your body is shifting left, click, right, click, left, click, right, click. That's one of the astral travel techniques you use that's shifting your consciousness. And you keep going until it's like a swing where it gets high enough where when you get to the outer edges, poof, you pop out. And then you astral travel. So I don't want to go around showing everybody how to pop out and astral travel without getting in depth to what should you do. And it's all types of positive and negative energies that's out in the world and the universe. You want to make sure you have the proper shield around. But this is okay for giving an introduction to out of body and astral travel. I'm going to talk to you and share this with you on the screen, and then we'll open it up for discussions with the time that we have left. Okay, so if you like the video, it's on YouTube. You can go back, watch it again, practice more. If you had an experience, definitely go back again and explore that. It's almost like telling the universe, hey, I like that. Give me some more of that good stuff. Like, comment, share, comment on the meetup group because it's our goal to expand and touch as many lives as we can. And ultimately, August 1st, right? Once a month, we want to have that big global light worker meditation that comes together where we do that for an hour. Next week, July 18th, I will still be here, about to hop on a plane to go home, but I'm going to do this first. And we're going to discuss about expanding your light, the vortexes that are around you, you know, like your aura, the energy. How do you expand that? Expand it to the point where you have an impact on someone, where you walk in the room and everyone starts smiling, that they actually feel the love radiating off of you. There's one particular medium told me one time that when Jesus prayed, his disciples would get around him because they could literally see and feel the radiation of his aura falling upon them. So how can you get to that level that you're that strong? We know what it feels like when some jerks walk in the room and they suck all the air out. How can you be the exact opposite when you walk in? All the air gets added to the room and everyone gets uplifted. So, and what are the different exercises you can do? So with that, I'll stop and ask. I saw some comments in the chat. If anybody wants to unmute themselves and just have a free discussion, they can. We have about 7 minutes left, so don't be shy. Hop in because we're going to end it in 7 minutes and be timely. So any comments, thoughts, and experiences, feel free to go through and just hop right on in. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through this chat and see. Someone said they had a connection with their dad in heaven. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. You want to tell us more about that?
Hi,
Whoever-
Will. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
I can.
Okay, I'm trying to do the video part, but I can't get it to do, go video, so sorry about that. Yeah, it was a really nice short meditation. I meditate quite a bit anyway, but I like it when I find a meditation that I'm able to connect very quickly, you know, by setting an intention. And honestly, I didn't have a particular intention when yours started. I actually did this morning before I hopped on the call because I saw you'd posted the link. So I'd done it earlier today too. But I didn't realize the first time I did it that there was a part in the music where there's a flute playing, and I actually play the flute. And I used to play, but not really anymore. But anyways, that was kind of my dad's and my connection. And so when I meditated to this time, it was beautiful because I immediately connected with him, and he was able to relay a message to me that I really needed to hear. So thank you.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. It's really, really sweet. And I think it shows the power of intentions too. Recognizing the flute with your father, it's almost like a radio station, a frequency that you tie into. And then that just brings what you need most. And the fact that you get that, wow, in 6 minutes. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And I would also think this morning when you meditated, you were by yourself. Now we have 22 people that are meditating together. So that means the power of the vibrations are raised even higher. So something that you have a lower experience when you get together a group, like what we do on Sundays, it's always to uplift the world, but people talk about how it's such a blessing to them that something changed or evolved in their world. I'm so happy that you shared that, Cece. Thank you.
Yeah, it's actually Celeste. I couldn't figure out how to change my name.
I like Celeste.
I don't my phone normally, but thank you, Will.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, we have 4 minutes left. If anybody else wants to share, speak. Shanaz, I see you. I'm glad you made it. Devon, India, shout out to you. Kiana, I see you. Richard, thanks for hopping on. I don't know if this is your first time, second, third, fourth, or fifth, but we're glad you were here this time. Chris, same for you. Okay, so we're good. All right. if you haven't, go to, and I'll put this in the chat, willpowerlightworker.com. It is our website, meaning it ain't just mine, it's yours too. And Willpower Lightworkers, typing it in, lightworker.com. The site is continually to go through different changes, but when you get there, the biggest thing I want for you to do, please, 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 is to sign up as a Willpower Lightworker. It just means that once a month, you will meditate, and it doesn't even have to be with us. It can be anytime during the day, but we always do it at 10:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So sign into that, and when you put your name on that Willpower Lightworker group, then as we have new meditations that come out, you get those. We have a mobile app that my man Akil, shout out to Akil. Akil is doing the Willpower Lightworker app that's going to be on Android as well as iOS. So all these cool things are coming up to help empower you. Celeste, did you have something else you wanted to say? Because it's like your hands raised up like that. I didn't know if that was on purpose or not.
I just had two questions because this is my first time. Is this a local group? Because I'm in Maryland as well. Is it a local group that ever meets in person?
So what had happened was we started off as a virtual group because it was in the middle of COVID. So with that, and then we have people that are all over. Like I live in Gaithersburg, and the majority of the people in our group, the 568, 500, whatever, the majority of them are in the DC, Baltimore area. But this is the first time we got to the point where COVID has been gone away so much that we could even fathom the thought of getting together in person. So it's basically a virtual group. So we have people from India, from Canada, from Africa that comes on. But so that's pretty interesting. I can entertain that. I never even entertained that thought until you just said it. I'm hoping that with the Willpower Lightworker expansion, that we start having meditation groups all over the world that start meeting together in person, as well as having their own virtual sessions up there and us empowering them. So great question. So for anyone who hasn't, definitely use Celeste, go to Willpower Lightworkers and just sign in, because that'll put you on our Lightworker list. And I think if I'm correct, we have 88 people from around the world now. Tell other people to sign up, because every time it's like we can add more light. We can be spiritual volunteers. We can do something. And when we do that, crime goes down. There's studies on that. They actually took DC, our own area, and showed that when you had a large number of people meditating at the same time, that crime goes down in so many different areas, that other things improve. So that's all we're trying to do. So I should say, Celeste, we're very laid back. Girl, you don't have to raise your hand. You can just unmute and just come on in and talk. We're very simple.
Thank you. Next time, I'll get the Zoom. For some reason, I can't log on from my laptop without the Zoom like 9-digit number or whatever. And I couldn't figure out what the number was based on the link. So next time I'll be on my laptop and you can see me. So, because I always think it's weird. Yeah. So thank you.
Being a corporate trainer, I like being able to see people too. I think it's a stronger connection. And everything else is just like a phone call. It's like, this is just a high-tech phone call. So I want to thank everybody for your attendance, for your energy that you brought. I hope to see you next Sunday. I hope you please go to the website, put your name in as a Willpower Lightworker. It's a very simple thing we're trying to do. Just spread positivity and love and light. That's about it. So with that, shout out to Shubham, Razi, Shanaz, Akil, Pragna, Mahi, Nahid, Saul, Chris, Komal, Julian. Oh, I feel like I haven't seen you, Julian, in a long time. CC, I mean, this is your first time, but girl, you brought it today. So thank you. Kit, shout out to you. Richard, Manusha, Akil, Kiana, Ashushi, Yvonne, and RC. Cool, that's everybody. And if you need me, just reach out. Take care, everybody.